Dancing, I'm in the building with the very special Miss Charis Jones. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on with you?
So, for everybody that kind of missed the first half of that, can you give them a brief biography about what you had going on?
Sure. So I am a singer that was born in D.C., raised in Prince George's County, went to New Orleans, went to school at Xavier, transferred because of Hurricane Katrina, went to Drexel, found myself, went to a couple of concerts, got inspired, and thought to go ahead and somehow be an independent artist and make my first CD. And then 5 years later, it's out. So that's everything in a nutshell. Like, I guess.
What's your favorite part of your career? What's like the favorite spot that you had, that like your climax of your career that made you feel like, I know where I'm at, I'm happy where I'm going?
Well, when I was asked, I'm actually on the board, the advisory board for the Training Source. It's a actual organization that focuses on building up individuals, preparing them to actually go into the workforce. And I had the opportunity to be the only guest for the Macy's Make-A-Wish Day. And I was able to sing, and like everybody in Macy's that was in Bowie was just like listening and paying attention and clapping and singing. And you could kind of like see people looking like, wait, this is not the music they playing on Mac's counter. So who's this singing? And that to me was a big deal. And then there was a woman that was blind, and she stayed around until the end of the performance just so that she could hold my hand and then talk to me. And then she told me that, I was inspiring to her. And to me, those are the minuscule things that might seem like nothing to no one else, but it's the biggest thing. It's the motivator to continue to push on and say, okay, yes, now this is what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, man. Oh, man. So I was looking through your resume. You've been to such places like Pier Lounge.
Oh, yes.
Tacoma Station.
Yeah.
But the big one for me was the Verizon Center. You had an opportunity to perform at the Verizon Center?
I did. Shout out to James McCrae again. He actually filmed me singing the national anthem
Network.
Yes, the national anthem for the Washington Mystics. And that to me was when I knew then. I said, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, everything just felt so right. And it's opportunities like that doesn't come often, but when they do come, it's like, okay, even though I might be nervous, I need to just do my best and to make everyone proud and hopefully energize the team. And of course, the Washington Mystics won that night. I don't know why, but
I got a good reason why. Hey, Rob, I think it was because of the fade. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, they're going on my hair again. You all tried it once again.
No. You listen, you fly today, man. Everything we say is in positivity, and it's always love, man.
One love, okay.
One love, 1,000.
Right.
We ain't gonna throw no shade.
Oh, okay, no shade.
Shoot,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, as far as your preparation, I ask people this all the time. I ask all Black people this. How do you wake up in the morning? What's your motivation? What drives you? What makes you what makes you decide to have a good day, to stay dedicated to your music and stuff like that? You know what I mean? What is your get up and go?
Well, my get up and go is, I think about my grandmother. She passed just a year ago in August. And so instead of being sad about it, I try to say, okay, if grandma was here, she would say, Reese, go on, get up. You got things you got to do. Don't be worried about what others or your own idiosyncrasies, because as artists, I think we're the most sensitive people.
Yes.
What you won't do is try to preach to me. And so, because there's so many adversities that you experience as an artist, if you're thinking about the music and you just want to sing and you just want to make a difference, and then you're like, well, dang, I got to make a difference and I got to make a living. And sometimes trying to make the living and the difference doesn't always align right at the same point. So there's a lot of time that you in dedication, and you have to have your vision, and then you have to have people around you. So it's sometimes just, I can't sleep because there's certain things that are in my head that are like, man, I got to do this. And, I got to connect with, all these different people. And, I got to connect with James in order to connect with, people like Justin and all that other stuff. So it's always those type of environments that causes you to get up. And then there's sometimes that you're like, oh man, really? I got to get up. Okay, if I get up and do something, then something will happen, So that's the motivation, just to try to be better and affect change. That's really where it comes from.
I love the energy. I love the energy. Like, you know, it's so important for me for energy, man. Especially when, like, listen. This show is always, I repeat this because I mean it. You know, it's always about promoting Black people and promoting the greatness that we have and the creativity that we muster. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy for everybody. So when we get an opportunity to work together, I'm uber excited about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, turned up. So when I tell you, man, I love the energy, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love what you're doing. Your music, you like. So when I watched You're My Baby. Oh. I told myself I was gonna try it.
You should try. You got it.
So
that's kind of hot. I'm gonna have to do. I know that's kind of hot. I may have to do a remix of that. Okay.
Hey, listen, I rap for you. I'm not gonna sing a whole song. Okay. I can't pull the Trey songs. I can do sit-ups, But wow. So you take a lot of pride in what you do. And with that being said, where did the motivation come from to do that video?
Well. Good question. Thank you so very much. So the thought behind the video was that I think there's a lot of music that's out there that speaks to how men are not where they should be to women and how they just don't have the ability to have a wholehearted relationship. And so the music behind the story is just that I had, a best friend, and I would always consider him to be my best friend because it was easy to cover things up. If I happened to be in a relationship, I'd be like, he's my best friend. But realistically, I've known him for eons. And so it started off in high school. So I took a little bit of what I experienced in real life, right? Mm-hmm. And then I try to transfer that and try to, I guess, mingle it up so everybody can't figure it out. But I think that might not be too good. So that's where that video came from, because I wanted an opportunity to talk about how men are there and they can be your best friend and they can turn into not only your friend, but your lover, your provider, your boyfriend, your future husband. And so I just wanted to give something positive out to the universe to talk about how great men can be. There is potential. It's there.
I feel like that whole theory is like the opposite of the reality shows right now. Yeah, I love that. So Black men out there, this is a song that you should listen to. Right. This is a chick flick you should watch. The song is dope. And I wanted to add to it, I love the detail that you put in the video. You know what I'm saying? For every line, you know what I'm saying? For every moment, for every emotion, you had a visual for it. It was beautiful. Thank you. And it was like just watching the rose grow. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
You put a lot of thought into it. And I was like, well, goddamn, you didn't miss a beat. If she mentioned corn, you was going to see corn.
Oh, you tried it. But that goes out. That's a huge accolade. And I have to, give props to my good friend Rajesh Bagirat, who he and I went to high school together. So, like, the music video is actually set at Bishop McNamara, the high school that I attended. My principal, who's now the president of Bishop McNamara, has a cameo in the video.
Yeah, he does. He showed up. I wanted to tell you something real quick, though. I was looking at this video, and it made me feel some type of way, right?
Why?
Because I'm looking at the part with you and him playing basketball, right? And I can only think one thing.
What's that?
That he could not check me,
What is the competition? We supposed to be, loving each other and supporting each other.
Oh, nah. I'm talking about he can check you. He just can't check me. I was like, she tried caught him with an in and out move.
Yeah. It's funny. I purposely wanted to ensure that there was a shot that kind of showed that I wasn't able to, make the basket. So with that being the case, I had to miss my basket. But, I got skills, though. Don't ever think that just because the heels are on, that can't be, switched over real quickly. But I had to give a shout out to the people that supported me before any other record store supported me. It was, Memory Lane CDs and Records, which is right across the street from my high school. They were the first to actually say, yes, Charis, we would love to sell your CD in my store. So I felt, I'm always about paving a way for others and networking. That's probably my tourist, love for everybody moment right there.
That is beautiful.
So the video has a lot of intricate components within it. Like, there's a lot of reality. There's a lot of different things that are there. And so I just try to put it all in one thought. As a tourist, I overanalyze a lot of stuff. And luckily, I was able to work with Rajesh, and it worked out. So I'm glad to hear that you saw the detail in the video, as they say.
I does my homework.
Oh, you do that.
I does that.
Yes.
That's that. We on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna come back with some more about you.
Okay, cool.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I am.
After the next
yes.
break, you know what I'm saying? It's only right that we play some of your music, right?
That would be so amazing. Yeah.
You got a particular song that you want to pump, right?
I mean, you know, SOT is like one of the songs that I love.
SOT.
On the humble.
All right, well.
I can sing a little acapella.
Acapella. I would love that. Yeah. I would love it. Just make sure I got One Love 1000. I don't care what it is.
One Love 1000.
You better down.
What?
All right, y'all. This 10 o'clock, no doubts. I'm here with Charis Jones and my man Rob Anthony, man. Make sure y'all stay locked in every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. on WLLS Radio on the OLOT Radio Show. This is where we have fun. This is where you get to see Charis Jones. This is the only place you get to see Charis Jones. One Love 1000.
One Love.
I thought it was an ad playing.
Yeah, I don't know. I got mixed up. I was like, I don't think that's the right song, but that's fine.
Oh, you weren't trying to play it?
No, that's what
okay.
Because you turn the music up a little bit.
Oh.